Let's look at my work for solving this problem. $60 is 3% of what total amount? That first part is really important because it says $60 is 3%. I know that when I build my line diagram, which I build here from 0 to 100%, I mark off 3%, which is a really small section, and $60 above it because 3% is $60. That is a ratio that we know. What we don't know is of what total amount. So at the end, above 100%, I have an empty rectangle there with total. I don't know what it is, but we can work to find that. Knowing what we know, we can write a statement, kind of like what was given here. I'm going to switch it around a little bit, but then we're going to write an equation. So I'm going to switch it to have the statement with the percent at the beginning. 3% of, I don't know what, is $60. So I know 3% is $60, but it's 3% of what? That's what we're going to try and find. For my statement, then I write an equation. That 3% I want to use as a multiplier. So I'm going to write it as its decimal, 0.03. Of what amount? I don't know. So I'm calling that x. We're using our algebra skills here. 0.03x, or times x, equals 60, is $60. That's equals 60. So this 3% of whatever that total is has to equal 60. Then our job, once we have the equation written, is to solve it. So to solve my equation, 0.03x is how many x's we have. And anytime we know the number of x's at the end, and we have all our units on the other side, we can divide by how many x's on both sides of the equation. So I know I have 3% or 0.03x. I'm going to divide by 0.03. That makes my giant 1, which means I have x on this left side of the equation. And I have to divide by that also on the right. So on the other side of the equal sign, 60 divided by 0.03. Notice I have my fraction bars for my division. In algebra, we always use fraction bar to show that. So once I divide, I over here have x, and on my right side expression, 60 divided by 0.03 is 2,000. 3% is a very small amount. So if 60 is representing 3%, the total has to be quite large. X equals $2,000. So that would be the total. I did not write it up here. I left it out for us to talk about how to set this up at the beginning. But what we just found here, 2,000, would fit right here. It is the 100% in this situation.